Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. I wonder if you like me, or do you just think I'm a big dork? I think we're all worried what other people think. Maybe there's no time more than high school, at least in most of our lives, when we're worried about what other people think of us. I remember when I was in high school, I used to stand in front of the mirror with every pimple on my nose, a big crisis. And my hair, I had kind of curly hair, trying to straighten it out because I thought it looked weird. I wanted to fit in. Other people's opinions formed my self-image, which wasn't really developed then. I mean, you're teenagers. But for some of us, it continues even later in life, into our 20s or 30s. Maybe getting a little older, you start not to care so much what other people think. But I think it's just natural. It's in all of us. Even this week, I fell into something where somebody said something about tree leaf and the teachings here, and I was worried, what did they think? Did they think we're doing a good job here? Turned out I was all upset about nothing. But I was worried what people think. It's natural. This practice never separates us from the human condition. The human condition is the boat we sail on the sea. Sometimes a stormy sea, filled with storming thoughts. But this practice allows us to be good sailors, allowing the sea just to be the sea. We're not prisoners of our thoughts as much as we were, but we are still human. And so, one of the greatest medicines ever invented in the history of the universe for worrying about what others think and our own self-image is, you guessed it, shikantaza zazen. For we sit, and while we're sitting, there's not one hair on our heads to change, not one hair on our heads to take away or add, even if you're going bald. All things are as they are. We do not think how things should be. We do not think that if only they were this way, then things would be good. We do not worry about the past, or at least we let the future worry about the past. Worry about the future. And allow the future to be the future. We do not regret the past. And just let the past be the past. And we let it all go. When thoughts come into mind of anything, including what other people think, we let them drift from mind, and we sit in the absolute, perfectly at home what isness of just this. There's nothing to change because we are just the Buddha. And you know he's perfect. Now, that being said, remember that Zen practice is always functioning on many, many levels at once. Unlike normal ways of interacting with the world, we learn in this practice to think sometimes, on different channels all going at once. So we rise from the zafu and we get back to our life of being with other people and their judgments and our thoughts about how to live our life. And what do? Well, when thoughts come into your mind that you know are attachments, that you know make you a prisoner, you can now, just like in Zazen, also have learned to let them go. It's the same standing in an office and someone says something, standing in the street and you think someone said something, standing in a school and you think someone thinks something about you. You can let it go. Just like in Zazen. That perfect Buddha is always there, every place. You can now catch yourself more. You're not a prisoner of your thoughts. One of the things we practice in Buddhism is insight. vipassana, insight into the theater of the mind. Now when these thoughts come into your mind, you don't just say, this is true, you don't even say that. You don't just feel, I'm worried about what that people think. You say to yourself, this is now my mind making a bit of theater in this moment. I'm worried about what that person is saying, and I do not need to be. I can let it go. And then you can let it go. That being said, we're also functioning on another channel. Just because we say there's nothing in need of change, no place to go, nothing more to make you more perfect, we say that in the Buddha's world, every dharma is perfectly that dharma. You are perfectly just you. That doesn't mean you don't have things to fix about yourself, buddy. Let the past go, but learn from your mistakes in the past. Don't worry about the future so much. Let the future be the future, but yet be prepared for the future. If there are things about you to fix, if you have, for example, you're smoking cigarettes and drinking too much, you're overweight, you've got a temper, there are things about you that need to be changed. You need to get an education, perhaps. You need to work hard for something in your life. Work for it. At the same time, knowing that there's nothing to change and nowhere to go. Get that in your head. We function on two channels at once there. No place to go. Keep moving forward. Not a thing in need of change. Let all attachments to how you're worried about what people think go. But yet, nothing to change, but if there's something about you to change, work on it. Both true at once. So this week I too fell into worrying about what someone was thinking. First thing I did was recognize it in my mind. Second, I let it go. Took a little practice, but I let it go. Third, I also looked at the situation constructively and I said, what can I learn from this? Maybe they did have a point. There was some truth in what they were saying. All at once. You're a diamond, you're a jewel, just as you are. There is nothing in need of attaining. Take it from me, the king of the dorks. Shall we sit?